You probably know someone who just gets things faster than everyone else. They read a room, solve a problem, connect dots nobody else even noticed were dots, and somewhere in the back of your mind, you think, they were just born like that. Maybe you've even said it about yourself, but in the other direction. I'm just not that smart. You said it so casually, so matter-of-factly, like it's a blood type. Fixed permanent. Stamped on your forehead at birth. But here's the thing, and this is where it gets genuinely interesting. The science disagrees with you. Loudly. What we call genius is less a gift and more a practice. And the people we assume were born brilliant? They trained for it. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on exactly how they did it, and whether you recognize yourself somewhere in this story. Let's start with the obsessive connector. Picture someone sitting at a dinner table, half listening to the conversation, because their mind is somewhere else entirely, threading a link between something their boss said on Monday and a documentary they watched in 2019 and a random fact about ant colonies. Annoying at dinner parties. Incredibly powerful as a thinking style. This is what psychologists call associative thinking, the ability to pull seemingly unrelated ideas into unexpected combinations. It's the engine behind Einstein's thought experiments, Steve Jobs' product philosophy, and pretty much every creative breakthrough in history. The brain isn't storing information in neat folders, it's building a web. And the obsessive connector keeps adding threads, deliberately, almost compulsively. They read widely across fields. They ask, how does this relate to that? Constantly. The result is a mind that is, quite literally, more densely wired. More synaptic connections. More pathways. Higher fluid intelligence. Maybe that's you, the person whose browser has 47 tabs open across 6 completely different subjects. That's not distraction. That might be architecture. Then there's the comfortable with wrong type. And this one surprises people. You'd think geniuses are the ones who are always right. But the research tells a different story. High-functioning, intellectually agile people share one unusual trait. They are okay with being wrong. Not performatively humble, genuinely unbothered. Because they've understood something most of us haven't. Being wrong is data. Carol Dweck's landmark research on growth mindset showed that people who believe their abilities can develop through effort and feedback literally outperform those who believe intelligence is fixed, even when the fixed mindset group starts with higher test scores. The comfortable with wrong person fails, shrugs, adjusts, and goes again. Their ego isn't riding on being right. Their curiosity is riding on finding out. Every mistake is a recalibration. And over time, that compounding process of being wrong, learning, and adjusting produces a level of insight that pure talent simply can't manufacture. But here's the twist. Meet the deliberate discomfort seeker. These are the people who do things the hard way. On purpose. They put the phone away and try to recall information from memory. They solve problems without calculators when they could use one. They learn a new language, take up chess, or study music theory, not because they need to, but because difficulty is the point. Neuroscience backs this up completely. When the brain is challenged just beyond its current comfort zone, not overwhelmed, not bored, but stretched, it grows. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections, doesn't happen in cruise control. It happens in productive struggle. The deliberate discomfort seeker has internalized this. They treat their mind like a muscle, and they know that muscle doesn't grow lying on the couch. Finally, there's the slow thinker, and don't let the name fool you. These are often the deepest processors in the room. While others rush to conclusions, they sit with a problem. They let it breathe. Psychologists call this incubation, the cognitive phase where the unconscious mind continues working on a problem after conscious attention has moved on. It's why your best ideas arrive in the shower. The slow thinker has learned not to panic at uncertainty, not to fill silence with noise. They trust the process. And when they finally speak, people tend to lean in. So which of these is you? The connector, the one who's fine with being wrong, the person who seeks out hard things, or the one who thinks slowly and deeply? Most of us are a blend, and the beautiful part is, every single one of these is a trainable habit. Not a trait you're born with. A practice you can start today. Drop in the comments which type resonates most. And if this made you think differently about your own mind, well, that's kind of the whole point.